Oumuamua is an item that we recognized in space, accepted to potentially be extraterrestrial in beginning, from a human progress of some kind. In 2013, Explorer 1 impacted the world forever by turning into the primary human-made object to enter interstellar space, accomplishing this achievement 36 years subsequent to withdrawing Earth. At present, the space test is an astounding 145 billion miles from Earth, making message transmission and gathering require almost 2 days. Explicitly, 20 hours and 33 minutes. Engineers at NASA couldn't have foreseen how far Voyager 1 would explore space over the course of nearly 50 years. Once more yet, the refined instrument has astonished us, identifying 500 unidentified articles going through space. Undeniably popular podcaster Joe Rogan has joined the discussion, revealing insight into the disturbing ramifications of this remarkable revelation. The inquiry emerges. What are these secretive articles? Might they at some point be the consequence of extraterrestrial creatures or a breakdown on the space apparatus? Go along with us as we dig into how Explorer 1 recognized 500 obscure articles in space and investigate Joe Rogan's considerations on this amazing revelation. In spite of the vastness of the universe, have you ever wondered why we haven't found tangible evidence of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations? This conundrum, known as the Fermi oddity, has enthralled researchers for a really long time. Notwithstanding, a new experience in profound space has sent shockwaves through mainstream researchers, possibly revealing insight into the well-established question of the presence of outsiders. Joe Rogan is a well-known commentator and podcast host who has a strong interest in discussing advanced civilizations and aliens. He has previously hosted guests Avi Loeb and David Grush to discuss the possibility of life beyond Earth. Presently, new information from Explorer 1 might hold the way to responding to whether or not we are really alone in the universe. Lock in as we uncover why Joe Rogan's declaration about Explorer 1 identifying 500 unidentified items going through space is a unique advantage and what it means for you, paying little mind to where you are on the planet. Be that as it may, before we plunge into those charming subtleties, how about we investigate how the historic Explorer 1 mission started? Isn't it marvelous to believe that our glorious Earth, with its tremendous seas and transcending mountains, is only a small spot in the loftiness of the universe? Philosophers have pondered this fact for centuries, but NASA scientists didn't really understand the size of our cosmic neighborhood until the 1970s. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, the 4 largest planets in our solar system, aligned by accident at the start of everything. Gary Flandreau, a young PhD student working part-time at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory while attending the California Institute of Technology, made a remarkable discovery in the midst of this celestial dance. Flandreau discovered a celestial phenomenon that would alter the course of space exploration by meticulously calculating and charting the orbits of these massive planets. The 4 planets would align in a mesmerizing formation at the end of the 1970s and beginning of the 1980s, with Earth tucked in between the pearls of a cosmic necklace. This revelation energized NASA, introducing an exceptional chance to streamline the direction of a space test. By cunningly using the gravitational draw of every planet during flybys, a rocket could tackle a speed support, similar to being pulled by an imperceptible enormous string, impelling it forward. According to Flandreau's estimates, the flight time between Earth and Neptune could be reduced from an intimidating 30 years to just 12 years with the assistance of these massive planets' gravity. Be that as it may, there was a trick. This divine arrangement happened just once at regular intervals. NASA set out on an ambitious mission to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because it was aware of its significance. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are 2 spacecraft with identical designs and missions. Sent off only 15 days separated in the late spring of 1977, these twin travelers were laid out a plan to unwind the secrets of the nearby planet group and adventure into interstellar space. The fact that Voyager 1, which was launched on September 5, 1977, became an essential component of the Voyager space program is evidence of humankind's insatiable thirst for knowledge. Through NASA's Deep Space Network, this brave explorer has continued for nearly 5 decades, sending valuable data back to Earth. It connects our terrestrial existence to the mysteries of the universe beyond, acting as our eyes and ears in the vastness of space. As we respect Explorer 1's extraordinary excursion, quite significant. Its separation from Earth is really marvelous. As of August 2023, the space test is a surprising 24 billion kilometers away, making it the farthest man-made object from our planet. It set out on its historic odyssey from Launch Complex 41 at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, propelled by a Titan IIE launch vehicle, meticulously crafted by the brilliant minds at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And just when you thought you knew it all, a new fact came to light. Presently, we should investigate the striking campaign that prompted the revelation of 500 beforehand obscure items going through space and the captivating subtleties Joe Rogan gives in a new episode of The Joe Rogan Experience. How was Voyager 1 able to successfully traverse space? What unique scientific subsystems and instruments were responsible for this success? Envision a man-made space pilgrim vanquishing the powers of profound space for a really long time. That is Explorer 1 for you. This gallant space apparatus has previously voyaged a marvelous 145 billion. Here is the content organized as mentioned, without explicit timing markers. MUA is an article recognized in space that some accept might actually be extraterrestrial in beginning, meaning it might come from a development past Earth. In 2013, Explorer 1 impacted the world forever by turning into the main human-made object to enter interstellar space, 36 years in the wake of withdrawing Earth. It is an incredible 145 billion miles away from Earth right now. It takes nearly 2 days to communicate with the space probe, with message transmission and reception taking 20 hours and 33 minutes. Yet again, NASA's designers never expected Explorer 1's central goal would expand almost 50 years. Yet the space apparatus has amazed us by recognizing 500 unidentified items going through space. Joe Rogan, a world-renowned podcaster, has joined the discussion to talk about the dire repercussions of this remarkable discovery. What are these baffling things? Are there problems with the spacecraft, or could they be caused by extraterrestrials? Join us as we investigate Joe Rogan's thoughts on this remarkable discovery and learn how Voyager 1 detected 500 unknown objects. In spite of the vastness of the universe, have you ever wondered why we haven't found tangible evidence of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations? This mystery is known as the Fermi Catch-22 and has spellbound researchers for a really long time. Notwithstanding, a new experience in profound space has sent shockwaves through mainstream researchers, possibly revealing insight into the well-established question of the presence of outsiders. Joe Rogan, a conspicuous pundit and digital recording host with a distinct fascination with extraterrestrials, has recently facilitated visitors like David Grush and Avi Loeb to examine the potential for life past Earth. The answer to the question of whether or not we are truly the only species in the universe may now lie in brand new data from Voyager 1. Lock in as we investigate why Joe Rogan's declaration about Explorer 1 recognizing 500 unidentified articles in space is a unique advantage and what it could mean for every one of us. Yet, before we plunge into those subtleties, how about we investigate how the noteworthy Explorer 1 mission started? Isn't it staggering to feel that our Earth is only a little spot in the loftiness of the universe? Philosophers have pondered this fact for centuries, but NASA scientists didn't really understand the size of our cosmic neighborhood until the 1970s. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, the 4 largest planets in our solar system, aligned by accident at the start of everything. Gary Flandreau, a PhD candidate at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, made a remarkable discovery in the midst of this celestial dance. According to Flandreau's calculations, a space probe's journey to Neptune could be sped up by using the planet's gravitational pull to shorten it from 30 years to 12 years during this once-in-176-year planetary alignment. Perceiving the meaning of this once-in-a-blue-moon chance, NASA sent off the Explorer program. In the late spring of 1977, 2 shuttle, Explorer 1 and Explorer 2, were sent off only 15 days separated to disentangle the secrets of our planetary group and adventure into interstellar space. Explorer 1, sent off on September 5, 1977, has been on a mind-boggling venture for almost 50 years, radiating back priceless information to Earth through NASA's profound space organization. Explorer 1's separation from Earth is genuinely incredible. As of August 2023, the test is 24 billion kilometers away, making it the farthest man-made object from our planet. Made by NASA's Stream Impetus Lab, Explorer 1 keeps on being our eyes and ears in the boundlessness of room. Voyager 1 made its most recent discovery, spotting 500 previously unknown space objects. On his podcast, Joe Rogan talked about this revelation, and people all over the world are wondering, what could these objects be? Could our understanding of the universe be altered by this discovery? Notwithstanding its age, Explorer 1 keeps on working thanks to double repetitive PC frameworks. Both Explorer 1 and its twin were outfitted with two arrangements of order frameworks, the Flight Information Subsystem and the Elevation and Verbalization Control Subsystem. The spacecraft has been able to transition between systems and extend its lifespan thanks to this redundancy, which has been crucial to its longevity. The power the board on Explorer 1 is likewise a wonder of designing. Engineers have come up with novel approaches to energy optimization and conservation because the spacecraft is too far from the sun to use solar power. Specific power closures of superfluous frameworks have been basic in broadening Explorer 1's life, and architects are continually adjusting the requirement for power effectiveness with the logical goals of the mission. How Voyager 1 adjusts to changing conditions is truly fascinating. As it moves farther from the sun, accessible sun-oriented energy diminishes, and the shuttle changes its power utilization likewise. Throughout the long term, engineers have refined the power frameworks, guaranteeing that Explorer 1 can keep on communicating information back to Earth. Explorer 1 is outfitted with a few logical instruments that keep on working, even after a long time in space. These incorporate the Low-Energy Charged Molecule Finder, the Infinite Beam Instrument, and the Plasma Wave Subsystem. These instruments permit Explorer 1 to notice vast radiation, profoundly enthusiastic particles, and plasma waves in interstellar space. 3 radioisotope thermoelectric generators use the heat from the decay of plutonium-238 to generate electricity to power the Voyager spacecraft. Nonetheless, as the plutonium rots, the power yield diminishes, and Explorer 1 is supposed to lose power totally by 2025. Up to that point, NASA engineers are giving their very best for keep the rocket functional. Quite possibly of the most surprising second in the Explorer 1 mission happened in November 2017. After almost 40 years of lethargy, the space apparatus reinforcement engines were effectively enacted, permitting Explorer 1 to keep up with its correspondence with Earth. The principal transmitter on Explorer 1 discharges around 20 watts of force, yet it keeps on conveying messages back to Earth, even from 145 billion miles away. Since you have a comprehension of the Explorer missions, how about we dive further into the secret of the 500 unidentified items distinguished by Explorer 1? Could this be a breakdown? Or is this perhaps of the best revelation in space investigation? With its most recent discovery, Voyager 1 has once more caught the scientific community's attention. Might these obscure articles at any point at long last response the inquiry? Would we say we are distant from everyone else in the universe?